This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Live at 4. Hope you had a nice weekend. We begin today with breaking news out of Rock County.
Right now, multiple fire departments are responding to an apartment fire on part of East Racine Street. Our Kyle Pozorski is at the scene. So, Kyle, what do we know right now?
Good afternoon. As you can see behind me, there is this fire still going on. Like you said, on East Racine Street. It's on the city's south and east side. We're going to step out of the camera here so you can get a better view of what we are looking at here. We arrived about an hour ago to see that the roof here at the Surrey Ridge apartment complex has collapsed. This is one of about 4 buildings here on the complex. And as you can see, firefighters from Janesville are still putting water on at this time. At least a couple other fire trucks from Fort Atkinson as well as Lakeside are here as well. And as you can see too, there are some people onlooking, getting a better glimpse of what is happening here. I assume most of them are from neighboring apartments at the same complex. At this point, the fire does seem to be mostly under control. They are just pouring more water on it. The deputy fire chief for the Janesville Fire Department did tell me that he was not able to give any briefing at this time because it is too early to tell what is going on here. As you can see right now, though, this fire is still active and it's an active scene. East Racine Street is still blocked off going westbound out of Janesville. There are a couple other streets, I'll name them off here, that you can take if you want to get across to the interstate. They include Ruger Ave, Palmer Drive, as well as County Highway O. Those are some alternate routes if you are trying to get from downtown Janesville out to the interstate. Again, the road from Palmer Drive to the interstate on East Racine Street is closed off right now and will be for the time being. That's all we know right now. We will continue to bring more updates as we learn more. Reporting in Janesville, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. The call for President Joe Biden to drop out of the race continues.
He announced last Friday when he was in Madison that he's not going anywhere. And today he spent the day making phone calls to Democratic lawmakers, trying to reassure them that he is the only person who can defeat former President Donald Trump in the fall.
I wouldn't be running if I didn't absolutely believe that I am the best candidate to beat Donald Trump in 2024.
But the president is losing support from a small but growing list of House Democrats who say they don't believe he can beat Trump after that debate performance. In a letter sent to congressional Democrats today, the president argued voters are the ones who get to pick their nominee, adding the voters have spoken. So what are Wisconsin lawmakers saying?
Political reporter Will Keneally spoke with Dane County Congressman Mark Pocan, and he joins us now with more. Will?
That's right. By and large, we heard Pocan say what many Democrats have been saying. It's Joe Biden's call on whether he steps out of the race. Now, locally, Pocan has been working to keep wavering Democrats in line on the ticket. He says that he will work hard to turn out voters, especially on college campuses. And we spoke with him earlier.
I think a lot of people are talking about a lot of things right now about the ticket. Ultimately, it's Joe Biden, I think, his decision, what he's going to do. And, you know, I know that we got so much done in those first 2 years, from infrastructure investment to getting us out of COVID to helping reduce inflation.
Now, we've heard similar comments from Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin as she campaigned in Sun Prairie on Sunday. Now, a new morning consult poll of Wisconsin voters show a slight edge for Biden, but that's still within the margin of error, so a statistical tie there. We'll have more reaction from Wisconsin politicians coming up tonight at 5.
Will, thank you. We're learning more today about the firework incident that forced Madison police to close Elver Park on the 4th of July. More than 500 people were at the park last Thursday night, lighting off what police say were heavy-duty illicit fireworks, normally seen at professional events. This is footage obtained from MPD officers. They were responding to a fight there and say the sheer volume of people and fireworks forced them to close the park down. That's when people allegedly shot fireworks at them. West District Captain Kelly Beckett says while fireworks have long been part of the 4th of July at Elver Park, this was unprecedented.
I mean, you can ask any resident who lives in the city. I mean, people do it, and they know they're not supposed to, and they still do it. And every year we ask for voluntary compliance. We ask that people respect the ordinances in the city, and every year it doesn't happen. And so, but this, I think, was maybe the worst I've ever heard about this. I mean, this is particularly egregious.
So what will be done to keep something like this from happening in the future? Arman Rahman will have that story tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Let's get a check on the weather now. A calm start to the work week. Nice warm summer day outside. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is on the patio. Alex?
Hey, Susan, you said it all. A nice summer day overall across southern Wisconsin. This is what it's all about in July. Temperatures in the 80s, just a little bit of humidity, sweating just a little bit out here on the patio. 82 in Madison. That's normal for this time of year. Dew point 63. I bring up the dew point when it's important to bring up. We're going to be talking about that dew point throughout the week going on into the following weekend because we have some really, really humid weather on the way to southern Wisconsin. Not for the next couple days, but we'll see that a little bit later in Maine weather in our 10-day forecast. Gorgeous day across much of southern Wisconsin. Radar 3000 not showing any showers and thunderstorms. Yesterday we had some pop-up showers and storms. A couple of isolated storms south and west of La Crosse. Had a little bit more persistent activity up towards Juneau and Adams counties over towards Marquette and Green Lake. And Future Track still painting a couple of isolated storms across southern Wisconsin, mainly to the north, up towards our friends I mentioned, up towards Juneau and Adams counties, Marquette and Green Lake. Now we have a much larger system that has been in the news for some time. Now Tropical Storm Beryl is over portions of eastern Texas, heading up into the southern portion of Arkansas and northwestern Louisiana. It's going to be moving to the northeast, and coming up in Maine weather, we're going to track where Beryl moves, because wherever Beryl sets up, that's where heavy rainfall of upwards of 4 to 6 inches will fall. Will it make it into southern Wisconsin? I have your answer.
Thanks, Alex. And of course, this phrase is very fitting right now. Rain, rain, go away. That's what many Wisconsin farmers are saying as we've had an unusually wet start to the summer.
Our Jalen Banks is in Arena in Iowa County with more on how these recent heavy rains are impacting our farmers. Jalen?
Susan and Brady, this time a year ago, the entire state of Wisconsin was under moderate to severe drought conditions. Fast forward a year later, and the entire state is out of drought conditions. But that doesn't mean that the problems have gone away. According to the National Weather Service, we are nearly 8 inches above the normal amount of precipitation we would normally see at this point in the year, which has made it a tough summer for our farmers, completely washing out and flooding fields and making it even harder to harvest hay for cattle.
Dry hay on a year like this is very, very challenging. So many will end up putting up wet hay, which isn't a total loss, but we have to find windows of time where we can get into the fields and be able to harvest the crop without damaging the field that's still there.
Now, just to emphasize just how important hay is for cattle and their farmers, it accounts for 40 to 60% of a cattle's daily diet. Now tonight at 5, we'll hear from one local dairy farmer on how this weather continues to impact their farm. For now, reporting in Arena, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Jalen. And UW-Madison has developed new sensors that can help farmers get the data they need to make sure their crops are getting proper nutrients. Here's how it works.
What we've done is innovated on electrochemical sensors to allow them to be used in soil environments. And so we can use electrochemical sensing to sense ions in soil, particularly nitrate ions, so that we can measure nutrients within soil and how they're moving throughout that soil.
Researchers want the technology to empower farmers to know more about their field and fertilizer to maximize crop yield and minimize environmental impact. UW plans on doing field tests on these sensors throughout the summer to determine the durability of the technology. And they hope that within 3 to 5 years, farmers can purchase the sensors.
On the road to November's election, just 4 months away now, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is making a U-turn.
Reversing a ruling of its own from just 2 years ago. Maddie Heimsch is here with how it may impact how you cast your ballot. Maddie?
Yeah, Susan, Brady, if you dropped your ballot in one of these during the 2020 presidential election, you don't have to worry about finding a new method. Soon, the city of Madison will remove the padlocks and covers that were put on these boxes back in 2022 when the state Supreme Court decided in a 4-3 conservative majority to ban them. Now, the court having flipped to a 4-3 liberal majority with the 2023 election of Janet Protasiewicz, the ruling has been reconsidered and ultimately reversed.
Why it's become a political litmus test, election issues are a touchstone right now, and it's hard always to know which of these issues is going to wind up being a political hot potato.
Ann Jacobs, chair of the Wisconsin Elections Committee, says anything that makes voting easier for all is an asset to our democracy. Conservative dissenters, however, argue that the boxes interfere with election integrity. The Madison Clerk of Court says it will take a while to get the boxes, most of them located at the city's fire stations, back open and running, but they will be available for the fall election.
Maddie, thank you.
Well, next at 4, excessive heat is hitting the east and west coast parts of the country.
Meanwhile, in the south, Tropical Storm Beryl, as Alex was just explaining, is making landfall in Texas. We'll show you some of the damage next at 4.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You can get sizzling savings of 29% off during Fry Construction's hot summer sale. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 4 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 29% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
This month, we're looking for 200 homeowners interested in getting a new fence. We're offering up to $1,000 off, plus an upgrade of up to 10 free solar caps. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. Call now or visit the website for your new fence today.
I am proud of you.
Choosing to celebrate the special moments. For those recovering from stroke, injury, or illness, choosing Encompass Health for inpatient rehabilitation may just be their most important choice.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Tropical Storm Beryl continues to lash the Gulf Coast after making landfall in Texas this morning as a Category 1 hurricane. Emergency crews have been busy making more than a dozen high water rescues, including a man who drove right into floodwaters near Houston. The storm surge rose to about 7 feet in areas just west of Galveston Bay.
Please, Houstonians, anyone that can hear my voice, shelter in place. Shelter in place. We're in an emergency.
Utility companies across the state are working overtime to reach millions of homes and businesses left in the dark. The storm is expected to impact Oklahoma and Arkansas as it continues to make its way north.
People across Las Vegas are enduring dangerous record-breaking heat. Yesterday, temperatures in Las Vegas reached 120 degrees for the first time in recorded history. That's according to preliminary data from the National Weather Service. The records say in more than 32,000 days, the temperature had never climbed above 117 degrees. before yesterday, and it's not going to ease up soon. Highs are expected to reach between 115 and 120 degrees all week through Friday. And it's not just Las Vegas. More than 145 million people are feeling the heat today, as excessive heat warnings are in effect for many states out west, along with heat advisories for parts of the East Coast and the Deep South. In Portland, Oregon, they reported at least 4 suspected heat-related deaths that happened over the weekend. But the heat still draws tourists out west.
It's almost like climbing Mount Everest. How many people can say they actually climb Mount Everest? So it's just being there in the hottest place in the world.
It's worse than an oven. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like an oven. It's like walking in the oven.
Or a hot hair
or you open the oven after 350.
Yeah.
It's in the face.
Excessive heat and humidity are also intensifying wildfires out west, with the lake fire in Santa Barbara quadrupling in size since Friday.
Boy, it just puts in perspective how lucky we are here in southern Wisconsin. Is any of that heat or rain from the hurricane heading our way, Alex?
All really, really good questions, Susan, on the minds of many farmers. We have Jalen out in Arena, who'll be talking with a farmer coming up at the 5 o'clock newscast, wanting to know, is Beryl going to give us rain? And then your other question, Susan, about the warm temperatures. We do have warm temperatures on the way as well. But let's start off with Beryl here over Texas. It's going to quickly scoot off towards the north and towards the east. We are on the far north side of Beryl's track. In fact, where you see this cone here, we call this the cone of variability. The furthest north, or the farthest north track, brings Beryl up through St. Louis to just south of Chicago near Gary, Indiana. So it's far away from southern Wisconsin, and we'll see that too in future track, that the heavy rainfall at this point in time looks to stay off towards the south and towards the east. Even with tropical remnants, you can have tornadoes, you can have heavy rain, and along this track, likely going to be seeing anywhere between 4 to 6 inches of rain to the south and east. So thank goodness that's not coming to southern Wisconsin. A few isolated storms tonight. We will keep an eye on Beryl. That track can wobble a little bit, so definitely want to be tuning into our newscasts. And as Susan was asking, any of that heat on the way? It is. 90s are set to return to southern Wisconsin. 82 right now, dew point 63. We're going to be talking about the temperature and the dew point and the feels like factor a lot as we march towards the upcoming weekend. But beautiful out there right now. Highs in the lower 80s, upper 70s across southern Wisconsin. This is normal for this time of year. So you could say today as a normal summer day. I haven't used the word normal a whole lot this spring going into the summer season. 82 popular across all of Dane County. No showers, no thunderstorms right now on radar 3000. Couple of blips up towards the north, Juneau and Adams, Marquette and Green Lake counties, and also off towards the west towards La Crosse. That's where the shower and thunderstorm activity is likely going to stay for the most part for tonight. We've had just a little bit of rain, about 1/10 of an inch, scooting from Viroqua north of Richland Center. A little bit more, perhaps upwards of a 1/2 inch to an inch as you go north up towards Camp Douglas, north as you head towards Marquette and Green Lake counties, where a few showers and storms were this morning. That's where we will see the most persistent isolated activity overnight tonight. You lose the heat of the day and those showers and storms go away. We start off at around 65. These clouds, though, that are increasing as we go into Tuesday, that's the remnants of Tropical Storm Beryl trying to move towards southern Wisconsin. Watch over towards Kenosha, Milwaukee. This is that band of rain just trying to sneak into far southeastern Wisconsin, and that's about as far north and west as it looks like right now Beryl's rains will get to southern Wisconsin. So isolated evening storms here as a recap. Beryl will likely stay to the south and east, which is good news for southern Wisconsin, with slight storm chances as we go out into the 10-day. But there are the temperatures going up to near 90 degrees out there, folks. We would love to see weather photos too. We're going to show a couple here. You all absolutely can send us those photos. We'll just leave this here for you. All you got to do is just get your phone out, scan that QR code, and then that links up to the gallery on your phone, and you can submit and send us your weather photos, and that's how we show those weather photos here across southern Wisconsin. We'll be looking forward to showing more of those. We've had almost 2,500 since approximately late fall of last year. Wonderful number of submissions.
Yeah, keep it up. Thank you, Alex. Well, at least 31 people are dead and more than 150 injured after Russian missiles attacked multiple cities in Ukraine. Officials say at least one of the more than 40 missiles hit a large children's hospital in the capital of Kyiv. At least 16 people, 7 of them children, were killed in that airstrike. The Ukrainian Air Force said it intercepted 30 other missiles.
Boeing is paying a fine to avoid prosecution. That is according to a Justice Department court filing. It says the aircraft maker has agreed to plead guilty to conspiracy to defraud the U.S. That charge stems from 2018 and 19 crashes in which 346 people died. The document lists the fine as up to $487 million, which is a fraction of the almost $25 billion victims' families want Boeing to pay. Boeing confirms reaching an agreement, but did not give details.
Coming up, Will Loper has the latest from the top movies at the box office.
Your favorite Minion friends are back on the big screen. That's not the movie you saw this weekend, is it?
But that looks good too.
It does. He'll preview the newest Despicable Me movie next at 4.
Imagine checking your own heart with medical precision from anywhere. Introducing KardioMobile 6L, the FDA-cleared EKG that provides 6 times more heart data than any smartwatch. And it detects 3 of the most common arrhythmias in just 30 seconds, including atrial fibrillation, bradycardia, and tachycardia. Check your heart with the most advanced personal EKG outside the hospital. Get yours at kardia.com or Amazon.
We're a really busy family of 6 and moving into a new house, and Empire made it really easy.
They brought samples to our house, quality products, and installation on our schedule.
And we're really happy with everything.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. At Next Door and Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last longer than any other window you can buy. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan members. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible to enroll today. Unsure if you're eligible? Our licensed insurance agents can help. Just call the number on your screen today. Medicare Advantage plans cover everything in original Medicare Parts A and B while offering coverage for additional benefits. With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans, you could get no-cost essential extras you might not expect. These plans may include allowances for dental, vision, hearing, assistive devices, or even money for healthy groceries. That's not all, though. You could also get an allowance to help pay for utility costs like gas, electric, water, or sewer. It can even be used towards internet and cellular providers. Explore 2024 Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras in your zip code by calling today. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible. Essential extras could even include transportation to plan-approved destinations. But you won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. You have to call to see if you're eligible to enroll. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to offer these special no-cost Medicare Advantage plan benefits that help provide comfort and convenience to make everyday life easier. Don't miss out. Call Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield today to explore 2024 Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras. If you're new to Medicare, on Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible.
Call 800-694-1143. 800-694-1143. That's 800-694-1143.
Welcome back. The 6th movie in the Despicable Me franchise hit theaters last week.
There are 6?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that either.
Well, this time, Gru and the Minions face off against a new villain. Will Loper has the latest on Despicable Me 4 in this week's Loper Report.
When it comes to the box office, always bet on Minions. Despicable Me 4 took home all the bananas, making $75 million over 3 days and $122 million since Wednesday. But how does the 6th film in the franchise rank?
We stole the Statue of Liberty! The small one from Las Vegas.
We first met supervillain Gru and his minions in 2010 as they schemed to steal the moon.
And I will be the greatest villain of all
adopting 3 girls, Gru and his yellow sidekicks have turned good. And after 3 more movies and 2 Minion spin-offs, this newest film finds Gru with a new baby in the family.
I know you love your dada. Go on, say it. Dada. Dada.
Gru also faces off against a new villain, turning people into cockroaches, voiced by Will Ferrell.
I'm coming for my revenge, Gru.
And of course, 5 minions who get superpowers, like flight, super strength, and one who eats rocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new secret weapon, the Mega Minion.
There's far too much going on in this movie, and it never feels truly cohesive. However, none of that really matters, because there's plenty going on to entertain kids from start to finish, especially when it comes to all the minion antics. The Despicable Me franchise peaked with the first film and has been diminishing returns ever since. But if you need to entertain some little ones for 90 minutes, this movie will easily accomplish that goal. For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
That looks fun.
They always make me laugh.
Me too. It's what we need right now. Headed for a judge recently ruled in favor of collective bargaining rights.
We'll hear what this means for certain public workers. That's coming up next.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale, so when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Save big on Bonnie plants, all on sale. Stay cool with an oscillating pedestal fan, just $12.98. Play sand is just $2.48 per bag. Construction adhesive, only $2.49. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry in before time runs out. Sign up for Menards emails to get more hot deals, plus the weekly flyer right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil, saving you big time money on honey and tea.
12-ounce bargain bee honey, just 2 for $5, or 20-count Bigelow tea, 2 for $5.
I can run the hot prices on honey and tea.
Bargain bee 2 for $5, Bigelow also 2 for $5.
Enjoy honey and tea season and save lots of money.
Better products, better prices, better service, because we're employee-owned.
It's Woodman's.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done.
I'm proud to be an American.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now live at 4, moving forward.
Oh, beautiful scene out there out in the country. It's one of those days where I wish it were still the weekend. It'd be nice to get outside. We are having some typical summer weather. That sounds pretty good to me, Alex.
I would agree, Brady. Typical's summer weather is kind of a nice set of words there. Instead of alert day conditions, tracking storms, tracking heavy rain, which have been our common weather words for a while. So normal, typical. I don't use those words very often this year, so it seems. And typical is 82 degrees for this time of year. That's where we're at in Madison right now. 82 in Janesville, 80 to the north up in Camp Douglas, and 77 refreshing in Mineral Point. Here across Dane County, a lot of 82s, a few 81s out there. 183 to the north up towards Wanakee and the DeForest area. Nothing on radar 3000 for a change. We had some pop-up storms to the north and to the west. Still a couple out towards the La Crosse area, north towards Juneau, Adams, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. And that's where the better chance of an isolated shower or storm is for this evening. Isolated is key, not expecting severe weather tonight. Now we are going to warm up. Look at our normal high temperature at 82 through the next 10 days. We'll have highs right around normal for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we're going to see those temperatures soar all the way up into the upper 80s to the lower 90s and then back down into the middle 80s. Got to add here, that's going to be a really humid time for southern Wisconsin for a couple of different reasons. One, we're going to have all of the moisture that we've had from all of the water, but two, our crops are doing really quite well, at least the crops that haven't been impacted by the flooding. And those the soybeans, the corn, they give off tremendous amounts of water. So expect that period to be very humid. Coming up in Maine weather, though, we're going to track the latest on Beryl, where the heavy rains are going to set up, and then also can we expect storm chances during that hot, humid period next weekend.
Thank you, Alex. We are continuing with our breaking news out of Rock County.
Right now, multiple fire departments are continuing to fight a fire at an apartment complex in the 2600 block of East Racine Street. Our Kyle Pazorski is at the scene with the latest information. Kyle?
Again, guys, we are out here at the Surrey Ridge Apartments. It is on East Racine Street between the interstate and downtown Janesville. Right now, we are going to be doing a live interview here with Deputy Chief John McManus to tell us more about basically what we know at this point. Deputy Chief, can you tell us what we know, how many people have been evacuated, and what's the scene like down here?
Well, the fire department received this alarm at a little bit after 2 o'clock. 23 apartments had residents here. We did get accountability for all of them as firefighting activities happened. The fire did get a little, it was into the attic well before our arrival, and so after we made sure everyone was out, we had to withdraw all of our firefighters and attack the fire from the outside.
And is there any help right now from the Red Cross coming in to help the affected residents?
Yes, the Red Cross was called early, and they are currently working with the residents to make arrangements for their immediate needs.
And earlier we did see some Janesville Transit System buses out here. What can you tell us about their involvement in this?
Janesville Transit is one of our best partners, and we always use them when the conditions are very, very hot or very, very cool to provide shelter for firefighters and displaced persons. At this point, they hadn't been needed, and so they've returned to service.
Deputy Chief, thank you so much for your time today. We are going to continue to have more news coverage from this as we continue on throughout the night. For now, though, reporting in Janesville, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Kyle. Here's a look at our stocks today. Dow is down 31 points. The Nasdaq up nearly 51 points. S&P up 5. The Nasdaq and S&P close at all-time highs.
Unions across the state are celebrating after a county judge ruled in favor of collective bargaining for certain public employees.
The restriction has been in place for more than a decade. News 3 Now's Ellie LaLiberte shows us just what this could mean for those unions. Ellie?
Act 10 created two groups of public workers, public safety employees like firefighters and general employees like teachers. Since 2011, general employees could not collective bargain. Now they may see that reinstated. Last Wednesday's decision by a Dane County judge argues that that rule is unconstitutional. The Wisconsin Teachers Union says that this gives educators a say in working conditions, student learning, and safety.
Colleagues of mine, educators across Wisconsin, have been ready for better than a decade to have conversations, real conversations about what's going on in our schools and our workplaces.
Wisconsin Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu also chimed in last week saying, quote, "If this decision stands, it will cost Wisconsin's hardworking families millions of dollars." If the ruling stands, hear how it could impact the union membership tonight at 6.
All right, we'll see you at 6, Ellie. Don't worry about it. You're new. It takes a while to get to know all these names. They're difficult. We'll see you then. Thank you. President Biden spent the day making phone calls to Democratic lawmakers, trying to reassure them that he is the only person who can defeat former President Trump in the fall. But the president is losing support from a small but growing list of House Democrats who say they don't believe he can beat Trump after that debate performance. In a letter sent to congressional Democrats today, the president argued that voters are the ones who get to pick their nominee, adding, "The voters have spoken."
Meanwhile, the Republican National Committee's Platform Committee has adopted a policy document that reflects former President Trump's position opposing a federal abortion ban and ceding limits to the states, omitting a national ban for the first time in 40 years. We will likely learn more about that ban next week at the Republican National Convention. The RNC is coming to Milwaukee next week. We will have crews there morning, evening, and night from Monday through Thursday, bringing you the latest coverage. And we'll have additional and up-to-date coverage on our website, channel3000.com.
But coming up next at 4, 4th of July was the biggest travel weekend on record.
Oh, glad I stayed here.
Yeah.
We'll break down the numbers of how many people hit the air and the roads next at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
You fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
It should have been stopped. That's neglect of duty. As a sheriff, it's awful to watch police officers getting attacked. That's not supporting this badge and this uniform. I have no desire to work with somebody who divides. That's not what America is, but I work with anybody who unites. That's why I'm with President Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
What's up? You need some windows?
Howdy.
Oh, you need windows, yes you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts? Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast. Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
It's time for Good News, Madison.
The pedestrian mall is right here in the heart of downtown Madison on the 400, 500, 600 blocks of State Street. Over the course of the summer, we bring people down here to enjoy everything that's happening, events that are currently being planned. People can check out flocktostate.com to see all of the events, and they're changing in real time from July all the way through October.
And that is Good News, Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
New at 5, President Biden declares he is up to the task in a letter to Congress. What do local leaders think of that announcement? Will Keneally puts them in the hot seat to find out.
Average temperatures this time of year are right around 82 degrees, and we've been mentioning a warm-up's on the way. But when can you expect rain with that warm weather at 5?
And ahead at 6, Wisconsin unions had a major legal victory. See how the decision could reshape the workplace through their eyes. That's tonight at 6.
Well, Welcome back. This 4th of July holiday weekend hit a new all-time travel record. That's according to the Transportation Security Administration. The TSA says it screened upwards of 3 million passengers for the first time ever on Sunday. Travelers flooding through checkpoints nationwide as people returned from Independence Day trips. It shattered the previous record set last month when just under 3 million passengers were screened on June 23rd.
When I've been here before, it hasn't been this busy. I can't believe the TSA line is 30 minutes. That's wild.
There were some disruptions, though, due to Hurricane Beryl. Nearly 700 flights were canceled yesterday, and another 1,400 canceled today. And for drivers, AAA predicted this was the busiest 4th of July ever, with many of the nearly 61 million drivers heading home yesterday.
A huge dinosaur skeleton has made a transatlantic journey from the United States to a museum in Denmark for visitors to get an up-close look. 5 years ago, a Wyoming cattle ranch, a team of archaeologists began their work there of excavating a dinosaur that roamed during the late Jurassic period. It was discovered in Wyoming by a rancher and some professional dinosaur hunters. It took archaeologists more than 15,000 hours to get the Camarasaurus grandis out of the ground and to Denmark's Museum of Evolution.
It's 97% intact, so we have almost every single bone of the dinosaurs.
How rare is it to have a dinosaur that's 97% intact?
It's extremely rare. It's a world-class specimen.
The 42-foot skeleton traveled by plane from the U.S. to Europe. Once it arrived, a museum team spent about 24 hours putting the long neck together. Experts do not know how the dinosaur died, though, but they think it likely died in a stream of shallow water.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's funny what's going on like beneath us. We just don't know.
Right, exactly.
Well, coming up at 4, Beryl has weakened to a tropical storm, but it was the earliest to ever hit the Caribbean.
We'll talk to a UW-Madison researcher on what the early arrival could mean for the upcoming or continuing hurricane season and severe weather in the future. Next at 4.
Hi, I'm Joe Lanus, Chief Executive Officer for the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra. For the second year in a row, we're excited to bring Building the Community Beat, a video series developed to unite brands who have a shared passion and mission for bringing the community together through music. The Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra's mission of strengthening communities for all people of all ages and abilities is central to everything we do, and it comes out each and every week during Concerts on the Square, where we have up to 40 or 50,000 people experiencing free live music.
Quartz is always looking for new opportunities to reach the communities that we serve. We do this by sponsoring events and partnering with organizations that are in alignment with our efforts to improve health outcomes and advance health equity.
Choosing your healthcare provider is personal. That's why we work to deliver health insurance offerings that support you and your provider in your healthcare journey. Our purpose at Quartz is to ignite the power to create a life well lived. One of the ways that we do that is working with Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra so that we can participate with you in the joy of building community together.
What many people might not know is that I graduated with a flute performance minor and played in the chamber orchestra in the city I lived for many, many years. So when I moved to Madison and had an opportunity to take my family to Concerts on the Square, I loved it. It was a wonderful opportunity to share that part of my personal passion with the community and with my family in particular. My personal passion for Concerts on the Square is really special because Quartz shares that passion. It's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to remain connected, and we look forward to many more years of partnership and community connection.
Concerts on the Square has been part of the Madison cultural landscape for the past 40 years. Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra is so excited to bring it forward with partnerships like Quartz that ensure that it continues to happen.
Does our foam insulation work? Listen to this.
The power in the neighborhood was out for 2 days in 95-degree weather. My thermostat only went up 3 degrees, and that's even with letting the dog in and out. It was very comfortable here.
And her savings were more than the insulation costs.
If you want to save money on your power bills, get USA Insulation. It makes a huge difference.
USA Insulation.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Oh, this is a live look from Charlotte, North Carolina, where it is hot. 92 degrees with 50% humidity. Gross.
Right now, here is a live look at now Tropical Storm Beryl, which has been downgraded, as I said, to a tropical storm after making landfall in Texas. I guess is this a picture from Texas? Yep. Oh, this is Houston. It came on shore this morning as a Category 1 hurricane. It was the first hurricane to hit the state in 3 years, and looks like it's a little drier there now, but it is bringing torrential rain, and it brought a dangerous storm surge. And Beryl may be among the first hurricanes this season, but if predictions are correct, it won't be the last.
The upcoming Atlantic hurricane season is expected to be a dangerous one to a number of factors.
Derek Herndon is a researcher at the Cooperative Institute for Meteorological Satellite Studies at UW-Madison. Hi, Derek. Welcome back to Live at 4.
Thanks, Brady and Susan.
That's called SIMS. Easier to go by the acronym.
Yes, it is. It's a mouthful for sure.
Yeah, well, it's good to see you. So you study the intensity. You do a lot of research about the intensity of hurricanes. What are you seeing in this particular storm?
Well, I think one thing I could say right away is that you usually have me on here in like October or November, not 1 week removed from June. So one of the things that we have seen with this particular storm is the incredible intensity that it reached very, very early in the season. Early in the season, we typically see maybe a weak hurricane. We don't often see a Category 4 or Category 5. So this storm has broken a number of intensity records. It was the earliest storm to ever reach Category 4 intensity, the only storm in June to reach Category 4, and the earliest to reach Category 5 intensity, which beat a record actually that isn't all that old, 2005 Hurricane Emily.
Yeah, and we're seeing some of the devastation and cleanup efforts right now that people are going through. So this is very unusual, and we still have that whole season to go now.
Exactly. What we're concerned about is that this might be a harbinger of things to come. Both NOAA and Colorado State and a number of weather agencies that forecast hurricane season activity have all indicated this is going to be an active to potentially hyperactive season. Forecasting on the order of about 20 to 25 storms. We normally get 14. And that's a lot, but the really concerning part about that forecast is the number of intense storms that is being forecast. We might see as many as 5 major hurricanes that would be Category 3 or higher.
Why is that? What are the factors that are coming together that are making this season potentially so dangerous?
It's hot. It's hot. As anyone's been watching the weather recently, it's hot just about everywhere. What's also hot over the oceans. We have a heat wave occurring in the oceans where the ocean temperatures are much above normal. And it's that heat energy that drives hurricanes. So the warmer the water is, the stronger the hurricane can get. We also have a large-scale pattern where we're coming away from El Nino, which tends to suppress hurricanes, moving more towards a La Nina pattern in the Pacific, which favors hurricane activity. So those two things together are going to act to increase the number of storms and the intensity of the storms.
What's the ripple effect? How will this affect us here in Wisconsin going forward?
Right. So viewers would be like, I'm in Wisconsin. How does this affect me? Well, it definitely would affect your families who live down south. If they don't have a plan, they should have a plan to evacuate and plans to, especially to deal with their elderly parents if they have any, or their pets. Here in Wisconsin, we don't often get hit directly by storms, but we see the effects of storms from rainfall as they weaken. So as these storms come up out of the Gulf of Mexico, some of them could get up into the upper Midwest and produce heavy rainfall, and we'll be on the lookout for that.
It could be potentially beneficial to drought-prone regions, but
yes,
devastating to others. And for many of us have friends and family that live in the Gulf Coast or the East Coast. You're particularly worried about the East Coast this season.
Somewhat. I'm concerned about the East Coast simply because it's been a while since a powerful hurricane has hit that region. And also just when we have a large number of storms, the probability that any one of those storms will make landfall is a bit higher. So we are concerned about that.
Yeah, thank you very much for chatting with us about it. I have a feeling that we'll be talking with you more as the season continues.
We love to see you, but hopefully not. Yeah, hopefully
I agree.
It's not, the predictions aren't as bad as everyone is saying. Great to see you, Derek. Thank you so much. It has been a pretty calm start to the work week weather-wise. We're talking about all this crazy weather all over the country. We're pretty blessed here in southern Wisconsin. Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. Totally would agree there, Susan. We're in between weather systems. We had a weekend that was relatively quiet other than a few pop-up showers and storms. And earlier you were showing that sky cam out of Houston. Clouds have cleared. Beryl right now is about halfway between Dallas and Houston, moving off towards the north and towards the east. And just as Derek was mentioning, now this transitions to a heavy rain and a tornado threat for the rest of the country as Beryl moves off towards the north and towards the east. The First One Weather Team, we've been talking about Beryl over the course of the weekend because with all of our flood-stricken areas across southern Wisconsin, we do not need any more rainfall, and a widespread swath of 4, 5, maybe 6 inches of rain may follow Beryl's track as it moves to the north and towards the east. We call this the cone of variability. The farthest north right now, it looks like Beryl's center of the track would be just south and east of St. Louis, south and east of Gary, Indiana. That's well away from southern Wisconsin, and we'll use future track to see where that heavy rain is going to set up. And good news for southern Wisconsin, it's not going to be across widespread portions of the state. 82 out there right now across the center part of Dane County. We got 82, 83. That's what you'd expect for this time of year. Radar 3000 not showing anything out there. We had a few pop-up showers and storms over the course of the weekend. No severe weather, and we're still seeing a couple of pop-up showers and storms, barely even showing up on the map here out near Decorah. And the trend over the evening is going to be those showers and storms up towards Juneau, Adams, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Can't rule out an isolated storm down here in Madison, but future track showing just a couple of storms, mainly to the north. When you lose the heat of the day, when the sun goes down, you don't have that energy for widespread showers and thunderstorms, and we'll see those showers and storms completely fade as we get into the wee hours of the morning. Notice this white. These are the clouds, the remnants of Tropical Storm Beryl moving towards the northeast, but we get on the backside of this starting off in the low to mid 60s. And then watch behind me here off towards the east, towards Lake Michigan. This computer model, at least this version, is showing the effects of Beryl just trying to sneak Milwaukee and Kenosha, but better chances for that heavy rain. Looks like it's going to be over portions of the mid-Mississippi River Valley and then off towards the Ohio River Valley, leaving southern Wisconsin high and dry from Beryl's effects, which we absolutely, again, don't need any more water in southern Wisconsin, and it's part of our bottom line here. Few isolated evening storms. Beryl will likely stay towards the south and towards the east, but we'll keep an eye on that in case there is any wobble in that track. Weekend storm chances are also looking slight right now, but what is not going to be slight, we were talking about excessive heat earlier in the show. We're going to get a little bit of push of that towards southern Wisconsin with temperatures approaching near 90 degrees, lows in the 70s, with all of our crops giving off all of that water, all of the water that we have in our soils as well. It's going to be a very, very humid weekend across southern Wisconsin and staying warm and humid going out into the following work week. Susan, Brady.
Thank you, Alex. We'll be right back. Nobody wants to replace the roof, but these days many roofs are only lasting 10 to 15 years, costing you tens of thousands of dollars. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. RoofMax treatments started early enough can extend the life of your roof by 15 years or more. And even if you think your roof is at the end of its life, 90% of the time, RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. So give us a call and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
Don't miss the 45th Annual Art Fair Off the Square, July 13th and 14th, located in downtown Madison between the Capitol and the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Showcasing the talents and creativity of the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople, featuring beautiful ceramics, art glass, painting and drawings, photography, sculpture, jewelry, and so much more. Buy local and support your Wisconsin artists and craftspeople, July 13th and 14th. The Art Fair Off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, they can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble better. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done.
I'm proud to be an American.
Park. New at 5, President Biden declares he is up to the task in a letter to Congress. What do local leaders think of that announcement? Will Keneally puts them in the hot seat to find out. Plus, a look at how the storms are washing away farmers' income. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4.
Hey, take a look at this. The Olympic Games in Paris begin in just 18 days, and a farmer in Italy, well, created a special tribute in his field. Check it out.
Isn't that cool? Dario Gambarin used his tractor to carve a giant Eiffel Tower in a 2-acre plot of corn. His previous works included the likeness of Pope Francis and shows of support to the Italian national football team. He says his goal is to promote peace and unite people all over the world.
That is so cool.
Love it.
Yeah, I can't even get straight rows when I mow the lawn. So.
Yeah, right. We'll be right back.
Bigger isn't always better. Stoughton Health offers in-house MRI in a safe, inviting environment with convenient scheduling, friendly staff, and easy parking. Experience why patients are proud to say, "This is my hospital."
If your windows are leaky and drafty, it's possible they weren't installed properly. Many installers lack proper training, and shoddy installation leaves your home vulnerable to extreme weather. At Next Door & Window, we're reinventing window installation. Our approach ensures your windows are sealed tight and energy efficient. And your windows and doors will be installed by certified experts who treat your home as if it was their own. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year. So visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone that I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salonpas. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health can see you within a week. We accept over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Ask for Dr. Aaron Schwab, board-certified general surgeon. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
That wraps up Live at 4 for the start of the work week. Brady's in the newsroom with what to expect in our coverage moving forward. Brady?
Tomorrow on Live at 4, Shyla Morgaine is here, and she'll talk about the benefit of play dates for adults. Yeah, how about that? And next at 5, the latest from Janesville as crews are fighting an apartment fire there. We have a crew on the scene. Well, thanks for joining Live at 4 today, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.